Hello, everyone. It's Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot, Astrology and Spirituality. I just did a full reading on Russia, and guess what? I lost it. That must be Mercury retrograde. If Mercury is indeed still retrograde, I think it is. Okay, so what the reading showed is not much difference from the reading that I did before on Putin and Russia. Putin is known or rumoured to be the richest man in the world, and Russia's GDP is not that; it's a middle power, so it's not up there with some Western countries and their GDP. However, Putin is rumoured, as I said, to be the richest man in the world. How did he get there? He got there through obviously nefarious means. That he's a dictator. He's the kingpin of the oligarchs, and this man wants control. So he's building up these troops on the border of Ukraine. We all know that. My previous reading showed that he's playing a game of Russian roulette. He is prepared to go to war, absolutely. What the reading showed is that he may even move a section of troops across the Ukrainian border. But there will be didn't see at this stage a full-scale invasion of Ukraine. What I did see was heavy financial sanctions being put on him. He understands the West does not want to go to war, all-out war, but he is looking for key concessions over trade routes, shipping lanes, etc. He's agitating right across the world. That's what he does. In installing a Russian-friendly president in the US, when I say installing, you can make of that what you will. Helping, we know he helped. He didn't win that battle, did he? Because that former president was unseated. So he feels like he's lost a lot, King of Cups, and there's a new president that is not, there you go, is not Russia friendly in the way that the former ex-president was. So he feels it's a loss in some way that he didn't win that battle. He does not remember what happened in Ukraine, that the ex-president was impeached in the House for. Putin wants Ukraine as Russia friendly, and it doesn't want it a part of the West. Okay, so what I feel will occur is that he will be isolated ultimately by just the allies, like the allied presence of the West, and he may send some troops across the border. However, it doesn't result in full-scale war. So what does the West do? What does the West do that makes Putin back down? Of course, Putin may not have ever intended to go to war. Putin may have only wanted concessions. That's how you play Russian roulette. Yeah, Five of Pentacles, which was the outcome card in the previous reading that I lost. He's just going to lose. There's pretty heavy financial sanctions. All right, so what does Putin want? Nine of Wands. He wants barriers put up between the Western and Russia. He wants that. I won't say it's an iron curtain back, but it's along those lines. And he's willing to go to war or abuse his power to do it. But this is also limits on what he can do. Ten of Swords, it's interesting. There's a downfall here. I've always seen that Putin ultimately is taken out by someone close to him. Two of Wands in the past, something coming to fruition in time. The Justice card kept coming up for Putin. Moving out of troubled waters. And we've got the Hermit, which was another outcome card. And it's the outcome card here, being isolated. These aren't good cards for Putin. I know that he does have spiritual type of advisors, and this doesn't bode well for him. Six of Cups, the past. The Alchemist, manifestation, manifesting the past, wanting to manifest the past. The United Soviet Union, Two of Cups. I mean, he was a KGB officer that did incredibly well for himself, didn't he? He's done that through the types of things that dictators and oligarchs do. He wants the Two of Cups. He does want Ukraine. This is both an ideological and a practical kind of logistical matter for him. But it's showing that he's wearing his heart on his sleeve in a way. Five of Pentacles is loss. He loses. The Empress card is my card for Russia. So ultimately, he's not going to get what he wants. And this is very, very consistent with the reading that I did before. The Prince of Pentacles at the base of the pack. There could be this build-up of troops in the along the eastern borders here. So we've got the Strength card, a show of strength. And it could be really quickly, is what I'm feeling. So I think, in a game of Russian roulette, somebody's got to call a bluff here. I feel that they will ultimately call his bluff, and he will be, as much and all as he, he's too smart not to, but he's aging as well. He's too smart not to call a bluff he can't keep. There could be one particular concession that he's after, knowing exactly what the West might do with sanctions. So let's see, does he get ultimately what he wants, whatever this is, whether it's trade routes, shipping routes? What does he get? Does he get what he wants? Does Putin get what he wants? Ten of Cups looks like he does. Princess of Wands, yeah, he could actually, in sending troops over to the separatist areas, while it's not a full-scale invasion, he might take some kind of territory here. The Four of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles is insecurity, it's standing your ground, it's saying no, but it's also a loss in some way. Nine of Pentacles in the past, that's resources, monetary resources, what's in the sky, the Queen of Wands. He is fearless, he'll do whatever he has to take. And the outcome card is the Moon. So there's some kind of secrecy here. The Prince of Cups, he might give a concession to gain something. And the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so there's a lot here around what could be described as family he sees the resources of Ukraine as belonging to Russia. The hopes and the fears that he will be stopped. But we've got the Chariot. Yes, he does get what he wants. But we've also got justice, balance. And the Seven of Cups. Yeah, smokescreen. So he knows exactly what he's doing according to these cards. He will play his hand in order to get that key thing. There's a lot of anxiety about what he will do next. That he is unpredictable. Stability, King of Wands, and the Seven of Swords. You can't ever underestimate him. This man is a liar. He's a liar. And the Four of Cups, belligerence. Yeah, he sees Ukraine as those resources in Ukraine as Russia's. In other words, his. And he will play this game of Russian roulette, possibly even take troops over the border. However, whatever the West does, it isolates him, and there's a huge financial sanction which ultimately weakens him. Okay, so the answer to the question is, I don't see large-scale war breaking out at this stage, and that negotiations, concessions, pushing forward, pushing back, we're still within that process. But there is the justice card, a karmic card for Putin. So I feel that ultimately, well, let's ask, will he be taken down by somebody within Russia? Ooh, betrayed by those closest to him. Very consistent, defending himself. Yeah. The Eight of Pentacles, somebody is working at doing just that. The Prince of Swords, Knight of Swords, could even be one of his generals, someone in his inner circle. And here we have the Queen of Cups. One day it may just be announced that Putin's passed away. The Devil card, toxicity. Those around him, as I said, I know he does consult with spiritual type of advisors. I would say that this current unraveling, ultimately he will have to retreat. He could be taken out by someone very close within his circle. And the Two of Swords and the Nine of Wands and the Five of Swords, that kind of sums everything up. He wants that barrier between Russia and the West maintained. It's all part of maintaining his power, but ultimately I think somebody very close to him takes him out. So let's look at, I want to look at one thing from the committee, January 6th committee in the US that is investigating the insurrection at the Capitol. It was announced that they were talking to Bill Barr. Now, any of you who have been watching me for 5 years or so know that when I read on Barr, I got a duality there. Like in one way he would do what he's done, what we've seen him to do, but in the other, he was actually helpful. And at the time, it was a real issue for me that I couldn't, and we, viewers said, look, he's slippery and slimy, he would just, but there's still something I want to go back to with him. This could account for the duality that I sensed all those years ago with him. Bill Barr, change decks. I'm going to change decks. That was the Illuminati Tarot, by the way. If anyone's wondering what deck that was. Yeah, okay. This is the centenary edition of the Rider-Waite. Okay, Barr. Right. Bill Barr. Ooh, the Star card. These are similar sorts of cards that came out that threw me for a loop. When the Star emerges, there's some kind of hope there, despite all the, I was conflicted. Bill Barr. Am I still conflicted? No. I think we've witnessed exactly what he did, enabling the ex-president's corruption, alleged corruption. I mean, there was evidence there of corruption, wasn't there? The Tower and the Nine of Pentacles. He always got the Nine of Pentacles as well, Barr, suggesting he's got a book coming out as well, the Tower. So he has something to tell the committee, or is telling them something around potentially, what is this? The resourcing of something. Okay. Could even be of those around Trump. What is he telling? Let's have a look. What is Bill Barr telling? What's Bill Barr telling? What's he saying to the committee? So, first of all, I'm seeing him. He's cooperating, but he's also very... It's like I see him like with a calculator there. He's very calculating, very careful about what he's saying. He's there talking with them though. What is he telling them? Okay, so let's see. So his relationship with the president at the time, the ex-president at the time, and the Knight of Cups could be those. He could even be giving information on those within his inner circle. Now remember, he was one who stymied the Flynn investigation. He went down and tried to stop allegedly the investigation of Giuliani, Parnas, Fruman, and we had Berman standing his ground. He was unsuccessful. We've got the Seven of Swords here, so we've got this lies and deceit. I won't fall over myself to think that he's trying to protect himself in some way. That's why he's talking to them. But he's got a lot of information here to give. He could even be giving up communications between those within the DOJ, Clark, etc. There's something here. The Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is stability, domestic security. The Eight of Pentacles, giving and receiving help. And the Moon card, secrets. He's talking to them, I think, about people within the DOJ, but I worry when I see this card that he's not telling them the full truth. Now, hopes and fears, we've got the Three of Wands. He's playing a game here around what information do they have, what information will he give, and we've got the Seven of Pentacles review. He may not have wanted to even talk to them, but there was something here that he wanted to put a barrier up between himself and those that were involved with the insurrection. He's reviewing something. The Star card has come out. So I'm going to say that he's not falling over himself to give this information, but he could actually give them something that's important. The Five of Pentacles and the Four of Cups and the Ten of Swords. You've got to remember that the ex-president lost, and he could be calculating what he needs to hand over and what he doesn't. So I'm going to say, let's just draw a clarification on the Seven of Wands. I'm going to say that he is going to give them something. All right, what is this Seven of Pentacles? What is this? It's review, considering his options, coming up with another plan because the first one failed. What is he giving them that will be important for them to review? Six of Pentacles, that's twice now. I think this is around, strictly speaking, it's who aided whom, and the Prince of Pentacles, So those within the DOJ, perhaps, that there's something around the King of Pentacles, which of course is Trump, who supported him. Could even be within the DOJ. Now we've got endings and beginnings and the Death card, and the Fool. So he is no fool. He is cooperating. He's cooperating in a way that will give them information about who may have been compromised, who gave what help to the president, I think within the DOJ. But this person is still he still has that dual aspect, where we can't just think he's going to give them everything, because he's calculating. That's the energy. When I see that energy, it's like it's got to be broken. So and he resigned before he could be incriminated in this as well. So, he's playing the game, but he does give them something around who supported the president. Perhaps some email communications. All right, so the ex-president, I should say. The other thing that I want to do some quick cards on is the investigation in Fulton County of the ex-president, calling the Secretary of State and asking him to find votes, etc. Also, I want to mention that I saw my reading on the fake electors said that they would be charged. That matter has been referred to the DOJ. The DOJ has said that is a part of ongoing investigations. I'm going to say that my prediction those fake electors will be charged is still in play. I think that they will ultimately be indicted. Now, Fulton County, they have had permission to impanel a grand jury to investigate the president and perhaps others, Prince of Pentacles. They've got also some information here. What's this? The Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is information in relation to a financial matter. That would be some kind of bribe. All right, let's see. Will they charge? The latest news is that they could be looking at a RICO racketeering charge against the ex-president. So will they end up charging the ex-president, indicting him in Fulton County matter? Will they charge him for racketeering? Okay, so we've got the Eight of Cups. So we've got walking away, resignation, and the Magician. So they are looking at the election loss. There's a powerful energy with the Magician. They have the upper hand. They have so much evidence on tape. Absolutely, they are. The Ace of Cups, the Empress card, abundance, something coming to fruition in time. They've got a lot of evidence. Knight of Pentacles. They will move methodically. This is a reliable investigation to watch. They do have some information or evidence that we aren't aware of. They could announce some kind of charge not out of the blue, but it could take us by surprise. Moving out of troubled waters, relocation, and okay, this could even be something around state borders. I don't know why I'm getting that. And muddying waters. They could uncover some sort of evidence here around not even state borders, something around county borders as well. They could uncover they could have some kind of corruption here, evidence of corruption that goes beyond the RICO Act. I don't know why I'm getting a draw to that. We've got the Knight of Wands, the truth emerging in the hope position. We've got, the Knight of Swords, and then we have the Nine of Wands, defeated in battle. There's a lot of people very anxious about this investigation, and it is a win for the Democrats. Will he be charged? Okay, so it looks like he will. The Tower card, yeah. So let's clarify that Nine of Wands. Will he be charged? It's like wounded in battle. Loss is what I'm hearing. We've got the Page of Wands. Yes, he will be charged. They need to put a boundary up so that this doesn't happen again in the future. Corral off the actions like this that really did get out of control. I don't know, we've got the Death card in the end, ending something, and the Ace of Swords. How is something ended? It's ended with the truth. So this is one to watch. There will be at least one indictment there, and it does play a key role in ending something. I've always said it won't end unless justice is done. So from that, I can say that we might get movement of troops in Russia over the border. Wouldn't be a mass movement. It could be like an incursion. Whatever the West does, actually, I'm going to say puts Putin back in his box, and there is a long cost to Putin in all of this. I do see he could get a concession that he's wanting, and I do see that he will be taken out by someone within his inner circle. That reading hasn't changed, that I did a while back. I also see that Barr may be helpful, but not. Again, the duality, and Fulton County is one to watch, because I do see at least one indictment coming out of that investigation. Okay, I think I'll leave it there. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll be back again with another reading soon. Bye for now.